Some sad news just came over the wire. Newsman Jim Lehrer is dead at age 85. Jim Lehrer was the host of the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour, which is retitled after McNeil left for retirement and then Lehrer left for retirement. They renamed it the PBS News Hour because it made no sense to keep the other men's names on there. Jim Lehrer and McNeil both, when they were doing the News Hour, actually did what was somewhat close to normal in those days, and they did the News Hour from an objective point of view, particularly Jim Lehrer, because by the time I started watching the show, McNeil was really close to retirement, so I only seen him a little bit. But Lehrer was very much like Tim Russert. And Tim Russert is the most famous person in the media in our lifetime for being fair and objective. Because whether he was for you or against you, he always made sure to ask questions that hit both sides. And it isn't like the new Meet the Press on Sundays where oh my gosh, just that is not occurring. I'm not going to get into that. This is about Jim Lehrer. So Jim Lehrer was a wonderful representative of the news. It was a good place to watch. And here, the actual questions that matter pointed towards the people that were being interviewed. It does not happen under Judy Woodruff. Judy Woodruff is ridiculous. She is absolutely ridiculous. The way she handles that show is nothing but shame on Jim Lehrer's record of what he created as a foundation. You can go over there and watch it, and you will get the same diatribe from Judy Woodruff. And forget about browbeating. She actually snits at people, and it's disgusting. Jim Lehrer didn't do that. Jim Lehrer was also one of the greatest hosts, if not the greatest host ever, of presidential debates. I'll never forget the first one he did where the candidates were going at each other, and he just sat back and let them go. And it was the first time, maybe in the last 150 years, where the presidential debate was actually a debate. The two men were allowed to just go at each other on stage, point for point, while Lehrer just sat back with his arms crossed and goes, okay. And then he hosted another one and let the same thing happen. And all of a sudden, everybody else has started copying that for a short time. We don't do it anymore. We're back to these ridiculous Q&As. And a Q&A is not a debate. And I don't know why they call it a debate. That's what was so wonderful about Jim Lehrer, is when he did that. We got to see a debate, and it was a wonderful thing. We finally got to hear, what do the candidates think about this and think about that? And what is their reply to their opponent? Like you see debates in movies or in school. That's what happened with Jim Lehrer's help. He's gone. And that's a drag, because some of us were really crossing our fingers and hoping that he would come out of retirement again and host another presidential debate again. He never stepped on people like that woman from CNN and goes, oh, no, that's not true, when she was wrong. He never did that. He was a good man. He was very, very good at his job. America was better off by having him there. And the fact that he's gone is a sad day for journalism, because journalism is so rare now. It is so rare. But this man that you see on screen, he was a journalist, and I'm very sad to see him gone. One thing I want to show you before you run away. I do have on my channel some playlists, but one of the fun playlists that I put together is right here. I put together a list of patriotic American songs from the Revolution to current times. The playlist is a list of chronological order of not when the songs were written, but the topics that the songs cover. And so it starts with 1776. Actually, it goes pre-colonial a little bit. And then it goes from pre-colonial all the way up to, I think it goes into the 80s, because what I noticed when I started searching for these songs are they in the modern era, they're mostly country and western, which is not a big deal. But I want songs that everybody knows, because that's the whole point of a patriot song, is that we all know it and we can all share in it. The other thing about the country and western songs from the modern era, and by that I mean post 9/11, are, oh, they're bitter. They're really bitter, and I'm not going to include in my list bitter songs. America, a patriotic song is to come together in celebration. And the celebration isn't bitterness. They're the opposite. So I'm not dissing them for what they are. It's just I don't want them on my list. I want lists of songs where people can come together and sing these songs. And I tried to put the Tea Party song very first, and I think it is for obvious reasons. But I include songs that nobody else has included in the research that I did. And I spent quite a bit of research looking. But I wanted to get stuff that other people missed. Because one of the things I include, let's see if it'll show it, is, I've got a lot of Disney songs. Because Walt Disney was a man who really, really loved America. And it shows. So you've got the Swamp Fox song from his miniseries, The Swamp Fox. You've got Johnny Tremaine's The Sons of Liberty. Yeah, I do have there's Tea Party. So I did put Tea Party first. Okay, and then let's see what goes down to this. This is Mama Look Sharp from the musical 1776. It's a beautiful song, and this young lady does a fabulous version of it. And then I include the version from the movie, which is a very good version, but it's just this girl tears it up. And it's hard to watch that without crying by the end. I also included Molasses Drum because it's a very powerful song. And then I put in here The Egg from 70, which is a fun song, just to show you. It's like these are the only two dark songs in 1776, is Mama Look Sharp and Molasses to Rum. And, you can go through it yourself and find it. There's a lot of songs. I think there's 47. And if I find more, I'll include them. If you have some ideas to include them, please do. But as I close out, once again, rest in peace, Jim Lehrer. You did a good job. You made America better by doing a good job. And we're sorry to see you go.